Apple fans and Pro users have been waiting for what comes next after the M4 chip. And now, the M5 MacBook Pro is right around the corner. At Technology Review, we've been closely tracking everything from chip advancements to design tweaks and connectivity upgrades to bring you a complete breakdown. So, is the M5 MacBook Pro really going to shake up the laptop market? Or is Apple playing it safe? Let's find out. To kick things off, the most anticipated change in the upcoming MacBook Pro is undoubtedly the M5 chip. Built on an advanced 2-nanometer architecture, the M5 is set to deliver significant gains over its predecessor. According to insiders, we could see up to 25% faster CPU performance and a noticeable leap in GPU capabilities, especially for real-time graphics processing and high-resolution video rendering. But this isn't just about numbers. In real-world terms, it means you'll be able to export 4K footage in Final Cut Pro much faster, compile heavy Xcode projects with ease, and fly through 3D modeling in apps like Blender. Paired with the M5 is the new LPDDR6 RAM. This next-gen memory system brings enhanced bandwidth and lower latency, ideal for professionals juggling multiple heavy applications. With LPDDR6, switching between Photoshop, After Effects, and Safari feels almost instantaneous. This is particularly relevant for those working with ultra-large files or multitasking across multiple external displays. Storage options are expected to remain highly customizable. The base model might ship with 512 gigabytes or 1 terabyte SSD, but Apple is rumored to continue offering up to 8 terabytes configurations for those who need massive local storage. Now, when it comes to the design, don't expect a revolutionary makeover. Apple is sticking with the core look of the MacBook Pro lineup introduced with the M1 Pro/M1 Max models, a clean, industrial chassis with refined lines and functional elegance. However, minor physical enhancements are expected. For example, a more rigid hinge design could be on the way, especially for users who travel frequently or work in less than stable environments. The hinge on the M5 MacBook Pro could feel more secure during typing, making the laptop more durable in the long run. Color options might get a small refresh. In addition to the classic silver and space gray, Apple could introduce a new palette featuring midnight blue, titanium gray, or even graphite black. This would be a welcome change for users craving something beyond the standard finish. One area where Apple is playing catch-up with competitors is the display tech. While OLED panels are not expected to arrive until at least 2026, the M5 MacBook Pro is likely to continue using Mini-LED technology. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. Mini-LED displays offer deep contrast, exceptional brightness, and rich color accuracy. For creative professionals working on color grading or photo editing, this panel is more than capable. True HDR performance, ultra-high dynamic range visuals, and extremely accurate color calibration will all be part of the package. Wi-Fi 7 is another major feature that's likely to debut with the M5 MacBook Pro. This next-gen wireless standard delivers not only faster speeds, but also better reliability and reduced latency. For remote workers, online streamers, and professionals who rely heavily on cloud workflows, Wi-Fi 7 could change the game. Expect quicker downloads, smoother video calls, and more consistent performance across large file transfers and collaborative tools. Connectivity continues to be a strong point for MacBook Pros, and the M5 model won't shy away from including essential ports. We anticipate the return of MagSafe charging for easy, snap-on power access, along with 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports that support fast data transfer and external display connections. There will also be a full-size HDMI port, an SD card slot, and a standard 3.5mm headphone jack. That's right, no need for a dongle if you're someone who needs to plug in multiple peripherals. It's all there, ready to go. When it comes to pricing, don't expect any surprises. The 14-inch M5 MacBook Pro will likely start at around $1,999, while the 16-inch version could begin near $2,499. Fully spec'd out models with maximum RAM and storage could push the price well beyond $3,500. These numbers may sound steep, but for professionals looking for cutting-edge performance, these machines could be worth every dollar. The timeline for release points toward late 2025 or early 2026. Apple is known for its carefully orchestrated launch cycles, and insiders suggest that the M5 MacBook Pro could be unveiled during a fall event, with units hitting shelves shortly after. The major redesign that includes OLED displays and potentially thinner, lighter chassis is expected to follow in 2026. That launch might also bring a new keyboard experience, possibly integrating haptic feedback similar to the iPhone's Taptic engine. For those wondering whether the M5 MacBook Pro is worth waiting for, it really depends on your current needs. If you're already using an M1 or M2 MacBook Pro and your workflow is handling things just fine, you might not need to upgrade immediately. But if you're pushing the limits of your current machine or need top-tier specs for your work, the M5 version will likely deliver a huge boost in capability. Developers compiling thousands of lines of code, artists rendering scenes in 3D, video editors handling 8K timelines, and musicians running massive plugin chains in Logic Pro. All of these users stand to benefit the most. Apple seems to be targeting this high-end professional market aggressively, making the M5 MacBook Pro not just a performance upgrade, but a serious workstation for creators. The M5 MacBook Pro is shaping up to be one of the most capable laptops Apple has ever created. It's not just about speed. It's about giving users more room to grow, more reliability for long-term projects, and more freedom from technical limitations. This isn't an update for the sake of updating. It's a refinement of everything the MacBook Pro stands for. That said, if you're more of a casual user, say, someone who mainly browses the web, edits documents, watches videos, and maybe dabbles in some light photo editing, then the M2 or M3 MacBook Pro models might still serve you perfectly well. They'll be more affordable, and thanks to Apple's silicon architecture, still incredibly fast and efficient for day-to-day use. One thing to keep in mind as you weigh your options: Apple software is built to maximize the hardware it runs on. So even an older MacBook Pro can perform well under most conditions. But if you're buying for longevity, planning to keep your machine for 5 or 6 years, the M5 MacBook Pro offers the kind of future-proofing that makes the investment feel a lot safer. So, is the M5 MacBook Pro worth the hype? At Technology Review, our take is yes, if you're the kind of user who demands more from your machine and pushes hardware to its limits. With the combination of the M5 chip, LPDDR6 RAM, Wi-Fi 7, and pro-grade mini LED display, this is a MacBook built for the future. It's not for everyone, but for the right user, it could be a dream machine. Let us know in the comments what you're most excited about. Will you be upgrading to the M5 MacBook Pro? Or are you sticking with your current device? Don't forget to subscribe to Technology Review for more exclusive insights, upcoming Apple product coverage, and honest tech analysis. Thanks for watching.